stand. I hope you're all doing very well this evening. And look, we're starting off with a story that's sort of come very left field, but a story that I'd be quite happy about. Raul Jimenez, apparently a transfer priority for Manchester United in that somewhat problematic striker position. Portuguese reports talking about this, amongst others. We'll get into that, of course, in a moment. But also, sorry, the show is a little bit earlier tonight. Normally we do the 8 o'clock show. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock with the quiz. That will be happening. But I had committed to playing a game against DT on Paddy Power Poker. So it's for charity, and I'd said I would do it. So hence I'm doing this a little bit earlier. Link in the video description if you want to subscribe. No, what was I going to say? 4-4 Tunes video that we did, absolutely loved it. Banter, tongue-in-cheek, bit reflective as well. Make sure you check that out on the homepage. Really enjoyed doing that. Part 1's on our channel, part 2 is on their channel, but fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Look, let's start off then. Raul Jimenez, Manchester United, transfer priority. This is coming from Record in Portugal, who you will all know because these outlets in Portugal we all know from the Bruno days, or maybe even the Gayton days, if anyone remembers those. But Raul Jimenez, a transfer priority for Manchester United. The Portuguese link is this. Jorge Mendes basically runs things at Wolves in relation to transfer acquisitions. People such as Ruben Neves, as we know, Moutinho. Now, what's the connection with Jorge Mendes, Wolves, Raul Jimenez and Manchester United is this: that Wolves are looking to bring in Benfica striker, who we've been linked to, Carlos Vinicius, who's 25. And then that would allow Raul Jimenez to leave Wolves, and which Manchester United apparently see him as a priority. Look, I really do like Raul Jimenez, and I'll say this from the start. I like Raul Jimenez. Everybody knows I like Raul Jimenez, and I know a lot of you like Raul Jimenez. And the great thing about Raul Jimenez, and I'll keep saying Raul Jimenez because I can say it, it's one of the few names I can get right. He is Premier League proven. He, to me, is... I think he's as... You know what? People are going to laugh. Prepare to laugh. I think he's as good as Harry Kane. I do. I think he's a very similar striker to Harry Kane, but I think he's quicker. I think he's got a little bit more flair. All right, Harry Kane's probably a better finisher, but it's the same sort of striker, and it's the sort of striker that Erling Haaland would have been. It's the same sort of striker that Harry Kane would be. But Raul Jimenez would give us that. He'd give us that focal point. He'd give us that physicality, good in the air, good at holding the ball up. Just something different to Rashford or Martial or Sancho if he comes, or Greenwood. I think Martial, Rashford, Sancho, Greenwood, very exciting, flair players, got skills, they're fast. But do we have that striker that's going to put his face in where there's a boot? Do we have that striker that's going to get on the end of crosses? Do we have that striker who offers something a little bit different, which is what Erling Haaland would have done? And to me, I think that, I think Raul Jimenez does. I like Raul Jimenez. I'll say it again. I like Raul Jimenez. And the only issue is, and a lot of people in the live comments are talking about it, can we get a Jones t-shirt in pink, please, says Lukey. But he'd probably sue us, really, wouldn't he? But I like him, he's good, says Sam, and he's better than Kane. People are laughing. I know, I don't rate Harry Kane that much. I like Harry Kane. I think you've got to class him as a top-class striker, but I don't think Harry Kane going... Look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If Harry Kane comes to United, does that make us Premier League winners? No. Does it make Man City Premier League winners? Does it make Liverpool? I don't think Harry Kane's a player that you sign and go, he's going to make us a title winner. He needs service. He's a striker that needs service, and he will score you the goals. But I don't think there's a massive amount of difference between Raul Jimenez and Harry Kane. And I say it with a straight face, I really do not. I'll tell you where there is a massive amount of difference. Harry Kane's not coming to Manchester United. Raul Jimenez might. And if we're looking for that sort of a striker, and why are we not? If Ollie wants Erling Haaland, he doesn't want Erling Haaland because he's from Norway and he played for Molde. That's not why I want him. I want a player that can play a little bit forward. And I've lost it there now. But yeah, I think he does want that type of a striker. Now, the issue with Raul Jimenez is 29. Does he want to come to Manchester United? What would the price be for him? But I think if you could get him for 50 million, I think he'd give you 3, maybe 4 years at United. I don't think he'd be a striker that expects to play every week, but I think he'd be happy to be part of whatever the strike force is that we've got. So look, I would like to think there is something in this rumour. Do I think there's something in this rumour? No, I don't. I still think we're probably looking at a Moussa Dembele, hopefully a Timo Werner, maybe somebody a little bit younger, but I don't think we're going to go for Raul Jimenez. And I think the main reason we're not going to go for him is, Sunil says he's 29 but he never gets injured, which I think is a positive thing. I think that we would be looking at someone like Raul Jimenez, but I don't think we'll be very happy about the price that we'd have to pay, or the fact that he is 29. And I think that's something that I can't be a hypocrite here, and I don't think Ollie will be either. I think we will be looking to continue what we've done very well, which is bring players who are a little bit younger in, who are looking to take that. I mean, look, if Raul Jimenez was 24, I'd be like all over this deal. But because he's 29, are we being a bit ageist here? Probably. How many years do you think we could get out of him? I mean, look, the thing is, he's not a player that's going to need to adjust. You could say, well, what's the difference between 29, never injured, and 26, a bit injured and has never played in the Premier League? It might take them a year or two to get used to the Premier League. So Raul Jimenez, all right, he's 29, doesn't get injured much. He's used to the Premier League, so he just comes straight into it. And also, look at Ronaldo. I mean, Ronaldo's what, 49 now? And he's playing like he's 24. He's not 49, by the way. He's about 35, 36, isn't he, Ronaldo? And he's got the physique of a 25-year-old. So age is but a number for some. You know, you'd be surprised how old I am, and I'll run rings like, you know, some of these people might have 10 years on me, but they've also got 10 stone on me, some of these other YouTubers. So, look, age is just a number. It's what you do with yourself. Mark, you know, Kane Cumming would bench Martial, says Stephen B. Harry. Well, look, to quote Paul Ince, the great Paul Ince, he was doing an interview with Paddy Power today, and he said, shock horror, I don't think United are going to sign Harry Kane. To think that they pay Paul Ince for these opinions, it's great, isn't it? I mean, we are not signing Harry Kane, we know it. I'm Harry Kane. I'm not going to Manchester United because Daniel Levy won't sell me. And I'm going to try and get to Real Madrid instead. We won't be signing Harry Kane. Or Harry Bain. We won't be. It won't happen. Like, the value of Harry Kane is too much. We're a rival, Spurs. It just won't happen. I would like to think we're going to sign a striker. It could still be a Gala. I don't think it will. But I do like Raul Jimenez. I do. And let's just see if anything comes of that. I mean, what weight do you put on the Portuguese press? Well, some people dismissed them, but they were right last year about our links to Bruno. Martial can beat a man. Kane needs the ball supplied to his feet and a free run on goal, says Nick P. Yeah, I don't think Harry Kane wins you a game on his own. Is the polite way of saying it. I think he needs to learn a way. He needs creativity around him, doesn't he? But yeah, apparently he's a top target. There was also a story from Team Talk. I mean, I'm not going to put a lot of weight on this. They're saying that Jimenez would rather go to Liverpool. I think Jimenez would be more than happy to come to Manchester United. I mean, why is he going to go to Liverpool? Firmino's he's going to get less chance to play at Liverpool than he'd get to play at Manchester United. So I don't necessarily agree with that, but I would like him to come. Remember we talked about Rabi Matondo, the Schalke winger, formerly of Man City, Welsh, as an alternative for Sancho last night. There was a report today saying that he would like to come to Manchester United. I mean, it's a bit like, a poor person saying they'd like to live in a big house. Then again, yeah, I'm sure they would do. I'm sure they would. Or a hungry person saying, I'd like to have a beef burger. Unless they're a vegetarian hungry person. But if they're hungry, are they going to be a fussy eater? The point is, of course Matondo would like to come to Manchester United. It's a non-story. Do you want to go from a smaller club where you're not really playing that much and you're on not that much money to come to Manchester United where you'll be massively popular? Yes. That's the end of it. Best manager in the world right now, Klopp for me, says Waltzing Matilda. No interest in talking about the best manager in the world when I'm mid-flow on a Manchester United fan channel, to be honest with you, but you're probably not far wrong. So Matondo said that he would like to come to Manchester United. And a very interesting thing here, I don't know whether anybody picked up on this, but it's quite interesting because it's coming from a Premier League footballer. Patrick Van Aanholt, who is a fullback for Crystal Palace, basically saying that Wan-Bissaka's a better fullback than Trent Alexander-Arnold. Of course, this created somewhat a bit of a shitstorm because you can't say... It's almost a written rule. You cannot say that Wan-Bissaka is better than Trent Alexander-Arnold without being ridiculed and absolutely receiving a load of hate. Even though I think that Wan-Bissaka is a better right back than Trent Alexander-Arnold. I do. And you know why I agree? I agree with Patrick Van Aanholt and anybody else who says it. Because it's basically about what you expect from your right back. I expect my right back, and maybe it's because at Manchester United this happens a lot, and at Liverpool they attack a lot. But at Manchester United, the first and foremost, you try not to concede goals. And I believe that Wan-Bissaka is the best one-on-one defender in the world at right back. Nobody ever beats him. He is titanium. He's he's the best defensive right back in the world. I think. I do. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best attacking right back in the world. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You want a combination of the two. Well, I don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold is anywhere near as good a defensive right-back as Wan-Bissaka, but I also don't think Wan-Bissaka is anywhere near as good as an attacking right-back that Trent Alexander-Arnold is. So you go with what you want. I mean, ideally, you want to sort of fuse them together, and then you've got the best right-back probably ever. But at the moment, I wouldn't swap Wan-Bissaka for Trent Alexander-Arnold as much as Liverpool fans wouldn't swap Wan-Bissaka for Trent Alexander-Arnold, because they wouldn't swap Trent Alexander-Arnold for Wan-Bissaka, because they're very happy with him in their system and he's very good in their system. But I think if you drop Trent Alexander-Arnold into our team, we'd start to have a lot of problems defensively that we've got on lockdown. So, you know, it's just what you want. It's Ronaldo, Messi. You know, it's Goldbridge, DT. It's don't use that one. It's me. It's Wan-Bissaka, Trent Alexander-Arnold. These are the things that happen. But for me, I'm very, very happy with Wan-Bissaka, and Liverpool fans are very happy with Trent Alexander-Arnold. So people who say, "Oh, he's better," well, it's all about opinion, isn't it? We've got a new member to the club. I think it's Smutty. I can't even read your name there, Smutty. I think you need to change your colour of your name. It's probably because you're a moderator. Actually, it makes it quite hard. Mark, when you said titanium, I got reminded of the chart show, man. It feels like so long. That chart show, that Saturday morning chart show, that will be back on the United Stand. We need that back. I really, really want it back, and I hope we're going to get it back. But we need football to come back. I've not took any notice of that today. I mean, look, we'll have the Man United news show in the morning, of course. But remember, tomorrow afternoon on Mark Goldbridge, That's Football, we will be doing a watch-along. Unfortunately, it won't be in this studio. It won't be in a United context. But we will be doing Sancho watch, Matundo watch maybe. But certainly Bundesliga watch-along tomorrow afternoon, 2:30. Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. That's where we'll be doing it. So we'll have some football to watch. I'm very excited about that, by the way. I don't know what you lot feel, but I am very excited about having some football back. But yeah, I mean, Josh is right. Both Trent Alexander-Arnold and Wan-Bissaka, they're both very good in their own right. And whichever way you go, you should not feel guilty about it. There will be United fans who say Trent Alexander-Arnold. For me, Wan-Bissaka, I mean, look, why would I not say Wan-Bissaka? He's my player of the year, comfortably. This is a player that doesn't get the credit he deserves because, well, he does get the credit he deserves. Is Ricardo Pereira better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka? It's very close. I mean, Chief Sosa's right. Pereira's very, very good. But what does it for me with Wan-Bissaka is that Trent Alexander-Arnold's been playing for Liverpool for a few years now, as has Ricardo Pereira for Leicester. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was a £50 million signing last summer. He came to Manchester United and has never put a foot wrong, really. And yet it's his first season. Harry Maguire was a bit dodgy the first few months, and he's brilliant now. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka just came in and did his job. And I heard about Wan-Bissaka that his personality is he's settled, he's got a good family and friends around him, he's very focused on his football, and he just gets his head down and does the job. And you see that on the pitch. He's not brash, he's not loud, he doesn't get into fights, he doesn't get into, scuffles on the pitch. He just does his job, he's very dedicated, and you can see that he's a model professional. If you are an up-and-coming footballer, look at the way Wan-Bissaka plays football. He studies it and he's done fantastically well. And, like I say, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Pereira have done it at United, have done it at their clubs for a couple of years. Wan-Bissaka's in his debut season at Manchester United. He's our player of the year. He's been absolutely superb. He's been bought for 50 million. And I'll tell you what, rival fans would have been queuing up to say, you spent 50 million pounds on him. What a load of trash, which is what they've tried to do with Harry Maguire. Not 1 minute of one day have they even had the chance to say that about this kid, because he's done absolutely superb. I'm over the moon with him. I'm totally happy with him. I think he's going to get better and better. And I don't think he could have had a better debut season at United than he's had from day one to now. He's brilliant. He's absolutely superb. And I'm a United fan. I'm going to shout his name and say I think he's brilliant. I really do. I really like Trent Alexander-Arnold, apart from the fact that he plays for Liverpool. But I think Wan-Bissaka is a superb player and I wouldn't swap him out, just like Liverpool players wouldn't swap Trent out. Mark, have you ever been to a lemon party? Says Luke Maguire. I've been to the Hairy Lemon, which is a pub in Ireland. And I would have Kai Havertz as an alternative for Sancho. He could also be a backup if Bruno or Pogba get injured. Says Marcus Rashford will be the best left winger in the world. I just hope that there never is a conversation that we have to have about who will be the backup player if we don't sign Sancho. I mean, look, on a serious note, tomorrow Dortmund play, Sancho plays, there's no other football. That Bundesliga and Dortmund are never going to have so many people watching them as they have tomorrow. Chelsea will be watching, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Manchester United. I mean, is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? How many people are watching Sancho tomorrow? And does that knock his price up? Not because he's good, because we know he's good, but because there's nothing else to watch. So because you're watching that and you can't compare it to anything, does it actually knock his level above than what it is? I don't know. He played in a team that was not good defensively, says Ajman Kozman. I don't know who you're talking about. Any potential future managers from current squad, says Ed Prince. Oh, it's hard. It's very hard to say who from this current United side would be a manager. I don't know. Jack Malloy says 4-4 tunes. I'll come back to that in a minute. Harry Maguire maybe. I mean, no. I don't think Harry Maguire would be a good defensive manager. I don't know. I don't know. It's very hard to look at that United. Maybe McTominay in future years. It's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard to say who's going to be a future manager. Please. I mean, you can watch it more than once anyway. Go to the homepage. Check out the 4-4 tunes video that we did with 4-4 tunes. I'm very proud of it. I know some of it is a bit close to the bone, but it's banter. It was basically meant. It's basically meant to take the piss out of me and some of the previous stuff that we've done. So although Phil Jones is in it, it's not really to dig a Phil Jones. It's more taking the piss out of me and the stuff I've done in the past. So it's on the homepage. Part 2 is on their page. You just watch ours, then watch theirs on the homepage. Give it a watch. 4-4 tunes. I'll see you in the morning. Back with the Man United news show in the morning. I'm about to go and play a bit of poker now. You can check that out if you've still got a few minutes to enter if you want to. It's on my Twitter page at Mark Goldbridge. And tomorrow afternoon on Mark Goldbridge, That's Football Bundesliga watch along. Make sure you tune in for that. But thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Sorry it's a little bit of a quick show. I've been up against it with a few things today, but wasn't going to miss a show with you. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope you have a good Friday night. Saturday's going to be great tomorrow. Can't wait for it. And make sure you check out that 4-4 tunes video. It's on the homepage. We put a lot of work into that, even though it's quite short. It's only 3 minutes long on ours and 2 minutes on theirs. Give it a watch, and I'll speak to you soon. Homepage 4-4 tunes, and I'll see you tomorrow.